Cloak of Darkness. Season 1, Episode 9 of the Clone Wars, which we are reviewing every week.
9?
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But not the crappy Episode 9, like a good Episode 9.
Yes.
Terror is not a tool the Jedi use, Luminara. That is bullshit. You cannot say that to Ahsoka after you just infiltrated a man's mind.
Yeah, but that's the whole problem with the Jedi, isn't it? Like,
Yes,
they believe if they do these bad things in a peaceful way, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, they do bend the rules, don't they, to fit,
Yeah.
like, when they need to do it. Although, having said that, it is a different kettle of fish to draw your lightsaber and put it to their neck, I guess.
Yes.
But they're equally bad. Or they're not equally bad. They're both bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't, like, moral high ground
No.
it.
Yes.
Like, they're acts of war. They're both acts of war. So if you're
Yeah.
in a war and you can't say, these acts of war are okay because they seem more peaceful.
Yeah.
You know.
But I thought it was a great episode.
I did as well. I was just curious. Did the Jedi have any powers where they can reveal what the person's thinking? So is that a thing? Do you know what I mean? Like where they could
Well, they read minds, don't they?
read minds. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why didn't she do that to Gunray?
She was doing that.
Yeah.
She was doing that.
I think like we had like different people are stronger or weaker with the Force. So like
Yeah.
some people would be able to read clearly your mind, and
Oh,
other
I
people
see,
would
yeah.
Well,
just
yeah, and I think she was like, it was starting up. Do you know what I mean? And then,
see
and
what
then
you're saying, and
Ahsoka
then
kiboshed it by
yeah.
being like, tell us. And it's like, you
Yes.
know, like,
Yeah,
she was
Very
getting like all that,
gung-ho.
like, all this knowledge of your
Yeah, she
bases and
was,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, but yeah, no, I needed some filth this week. I needed some action because I'm just so tired this morning. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
We're out of coffee, and I just needed a bit of like smashy smash, some blades to clash,
Yep.
and I got all of it. And also, like, I thought it was a pretty interesting, intense episode. I really like that the whole thing is just, Assajj Ventress her mission is get new Gunray, and then they used those like pointy pod things,
Yes.
which felt very well. I guess Star Trek Beyond feels reminiscent of this because it came first, but it's kind of like the same things, isn't it? Where they like dig into the ship,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then like people just filter out. I like that the droids were a distraction, and then Assajj Ventress was like, "Well, I'm going to cripple the ship, go to the cell."
Why haven't we seen like a live action? I think she'd be really cool
I
live action.
don't
Very
understand.
Scary.
I feel like she should be way more popular because I've always liked her since the 2003 Clone Wars, the 2D animation. She's awesome in that, and also like I always like her because, you know, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, the villain in that, she has 2 curved red lightsabers, and Django kills her, and then Count Dooku takes the lightsabers, and then it's implied that he gives them to Assajj Ventress.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
That is cool.
Yeah, I thought the lightsaber battle between her and Luminara was great.
Yeah.
And as you said when we were watching it, because she's kind of like a background character in the prequels, and we couldn't quite remember what happens to her, and if she appears in 3 in the Order 66 or whatever, it was like she could die here. We don't know.
Yep.
Like Ahsoka's safe, but like Luminara, it's like actual tension of, oh no, what's going to happen? And I like that she did things like, she was taunting Assajj Ventress, wasn't she? With like, I can tell that you've got Dooku's fighting style, but like you're too sloppy, and like you're
an
gonna get like,
amateur.
yeah. But then to see her then get wrecked and need Ahsoka to come and save her, and for the Jedi to be like, you know, our strength is our unity, whereas you are alone. That's why we're
Yeah.
gonna beat you. And then to see them lose,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I think that was what was cool because I think, you know, going back to that start where you said about her contradicting herself, you know, the hypocrisy of the Jedi, I think comes into. I think that's almost like the theme of the episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she gets like humbled, doesn't she? She
Yeah.
learns that, like, she's not the know-it-all master. That, you know, you can't always treat yourself as if
Yes.
you
Yes.
know it all. Do you know what I mean? And even if you are a master,
Yes.
And I just really like that because I think that's like fundamentally, you know, again, like what Star Wars is about.
Yeah.
And I just thought that fight was really good, and I think, like you said, the whole time I was really tense that she was going to die because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I actually felt like anything could have happened, and it's very rare I feel like that when it comes to like a Clone Wars lightsaber fight.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Because the nature of the whole show is that it is an intercal, isn't
Yes,
it? It's set
exactly.
between 2 movies.
I just think it's great that we got like a really cool action sequence with 3 women who were so different from each other. And they didn't make a huge deal of it and be like, yeah, girl power, girls get it done. They just had these 3 like really cool, really badass, really different women just have a really cool action sequence, and I'm a big fan.
It's evocative of like the Mandalorian finale, where it's
Yes.
like just a team of women, and like there's no like Avengers Endgame scene where they've got to like let the audience know how great it is they did this.
Yeah.
Like we've just done it. We've just done it. Yeah, and I also really appreciated that, and I also thought like it was really cool of that he's not a clone trooper, is he? But that like prison guard in the cool blue
Yes,
armor.
the captain guy.
Yeah, for him to go like, oh no, yeah, you should go help her, but really it was because he wanted to take Newt for himself.
That was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then he has a little fist fight with Tamira Morrison. Doesn't
Yeah, he does.
And like, he wasn't lying either when he said like a good soldier does what they think is right, because in his head he's convinced that he's doing right.
Yes.
So.
And also, I do think it's one of those universes where it's like, well, yeah, I mean, like, he's just going to fight this war indefinitely until he's dead. Versus, he could get a retirement plan with that cash Count Dooku's going to give him.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you buy why all these characters are motivated to do these things, because it is such a war-torn, hellish. You know, in spite of all this like advanced technology in the Force, like it's a horrible place to live.
100%.
Just ravaged by war every like 2 decades.
Yes.
Every time Disney needs more money, we're going to put these people through the ringer.
And it's all to do with those damn Force users. They're just trying to take the power. Like, regular people must be so sick of the Jedi and
you
stuff.
see, for Jedi to think that, you know, when they die, the light dies is vanity. Can you feel? Yeah, it was fun. It did what it said on the tin, didn't it? This week.
Yes.
But I thought it was really nice episode of Ahsoka. The only thing I thought was weird about Ahsoka was...
I was going to say this, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that she is sort of picking up traits of Anakin because he's like an angry master, and she's a Padawan built in war. But I do feel like it came out of nowhere a bit this week. Episode 9, and we've seen her a couple of times now, and this is the first time she's gotten like really angry and...
Yeah, like... It seems strange to me that the Jedi would be like, Ahsoka, who's a little bit of a shit anyway, yeah, we'll give it to Anakin, who's a big shit.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But I do like that it's like the strain of war. It's like they've just got to start training Padawans. They need manpower, don't they? Like they need people.
Yeah.
And it's also like, you know, they're Gromit, aren't they? Speeding down that track, building it as they're going. They have no idea like how long the war's going to last or what they can do.
Great reference.
Thanks,
Reference is out of control. Everybody knows that.